Hey guys, this is Nathaniel Moore from the marketing blog GuaranteedProfit.com, and in our video today we are going to talk about social media in business, and not just social media in business from kind of a generic social media is good for business and business is good for social media kind of talk. We're not going to do any of that because we've all heard enough of that over the last couple of years. Instead, what we're going to do is talk about a specific strategy that quite a few business owners that we've been working with have been applying and getting great results with. And since so many of you have been asking questions about the social business advocate model, we're going to go ahead and answer them for you, hopefully in a condensed couple minutes version of that anyways. And for the rest of you that are watching this that have not asked any questions about that, I think that you should probably stay tuned or keep watching because you'll get value out of this as well. So just so you know, what the social business advocate model is when someone in your business, whether that be you, whether that be someone within your customer service or sales rep, or maybe even everyone, because that's been proven to work pretty well also, monitors the conversation within your niche about your niche. Now, we've all heard someone say, if we've been studying social media and business over the last year or two, say, hey, monitor the conversation because it's important. And it is, but it goes a little bit further than that as far as we can tell. So when we say monitor the conversation, what we're talking about is basically searching through following a really easy process actually, and searching through certain social media platforms to find out the conversations that are taking place specifically around the keywords or around the words that would identify people that would be speaking about your industry, right? Okay? That makes sense, I hope, hopefully. Just in case you're wondering, on GuaranteedProfit.com, the marketing blog, just so you know, we're going to have a couple of videos on how to do that underneath this video and some links. So just click on those if you don't know how to do that yet, which is fine, which is cool. Just click on those. It's good. Good stuff. Okay, so anyways, so the first part of the social business advocate model is basically to monitor the conversation. When people mention your niche or mention things about your niche, then you have an opportunity to go ahead and connect with them, maybe offer some advice, maybe provide a solution, maybe provide a referral. Either way, you're establishing the connection no matter where they are along the buying cycle. Don't mess with where they're at along the buying cycle, just meet them where they're at and go ahead and provide value for where they're at and allow them to either purchase from you or refer from you or refer to you, right? Oh, just a little side note, a little bonus piece of content here. Within social media, we're finding a much greater response out of asking for a referral than even asking for a sale or telling people what we do or reminding people what we do. So when you're connecting with people in social media from a business standpoint, it's more effective for you to say, hey Bob, just so you know, the greatest compliment I can ever get is that you send me a referral. If you feel that my services are worth it, if you have time, feel free to look at my website. If not, no big deal. Our friendship's important. That kind of communication is more effective to remind people to buy from you actually than saying, hey, buy my stuff because I'm important. That doesn't seem to be working very well for the people that I'm watching try that. Anyways, so the second side of that coin. So, okay, do we get that? Sorry, I'm a little bit all over the place. So the first step is, you're monitoring your niche and the conversations that are directly related to your industry. And then the flip side of that coin, which isn't quite as obvious, is going to be to monitor the conversations that are taking place within your target market. By the conversations themselves are identifying the people speaking as being your target market, but they're not necessarily directly related to your industry. Okay, so an example of that would be if you were a plumber and you wanted to figure out who would be a good customer for you as far as your plumbing services, you might think maybe a real estate investor with multiple homes, right? That might work, right? Or multiple pieces of property. So instead of just searching for stuff around plumbing and plumbing products and plumbing questions, you might do monitor conversations that are taking place around collecting rent checks or tenant or other kinds of issues that go along with being a landlord. So that develops that kind of relationship for you and kind of helps you. It's kind of the flip side of that coin. We're finding that to be very effective, and I hope sorry, I just got distracted. I did. I just got distracted. It's fine. I'm slightly ADD, just so you know. But anyways, it's the two sides of those coins that are going to make the difference. Using them both is going to allow you to build your list to a rather large amount, and also establish relationships and meet people where they're at. On a side note, hope you got value out of that, by the way. On a side note, those of you that are wishing my daughter Avery happy birthday for her number 3. Yeah, she'll be 3 this Thursday. Crazy, right? Well, those of you that are wishing her happy birthday, thanks a lot. And yes, as always, every single year, if you want to say happy birthday or give a piece of wisdom or an idea or just shout out at her, I will definitely read your shout out or your happy birthday to her like I do every year. So if you're that awesome that you want to give her a little piece of wisdom or tell her happy birthday, yeah, go for it, please. If not, no big deal. And if you have any questions about this actual social business advocate model, feel free to ask them here on our blog at guaranteedprofit.com. And other than that, I hope you have a really great day, and we will talk to you soon.